Hello and welcome back to the Louis Selling YouTube channel. A bit of a different one today. As you can see, I'm in my room again. Not a vlog, not a tactics video, a bit different. We're going to be previewing the Brighton Crystal Palace game on Sunday. So, as you may have seen, last season, me and Grace made a video talking about the Brighton Palace rivalry, and it did really, really well. So Grace is back again to talk about this game. A big game when you look at the table. Palace in 9th, Brighton in 10th. So it's more than just the rivalry. Big points needed here. But let's get straight into it. How are you today, Grace?
I'm good, thanks. How are you, Louis?
Yeah, I'm really, really good. Thank you. Excited for the game. Usually nervous, but with the way we've been this season and you've been this season, I think it'll be a good game. I
Yeah,
think we'll
same.
win, but we'll get onto that a bit later. Let's start with last season. Arguably Palace's best season in their history.
I agree.
Winning the FA Cup, winning the Community Shield, and of course qualifying for the Conference League. So talk me through about that, how you felt last season, and of course the FA Cup's probably the main moment, and that final, how did you feel?
Um, it kind of felt like it wasn't real, to be honest. Um, it just felt like, yeah, surreal. It felt really good, but yeah, it was good.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of how you can really sum it up. Really, kind of
Yeah.
unexpected, but also kind of expected because I think a lot of
Yeah.
people were saying that Palace were going to win. We had a conversation in a lecture maybe before the quarter-final, semi-final. I think we both said I think Palace are going to do it. But
Yeah.
I think it's that I have a conversation with many people. I think last season you were the best team. Maybe not quality-wise, but as in that togetherness and being a team, I think that's what's
Yeah.
got you over the line in all these games.
Yeah, I agree. I do think it was deserved.
It big time deserved. Pains me to say it as a Brighton fan, but it was
Yeah.
definitely deserved. And I think it was a nice way for Eze to leave Palace, win that trophy that they've been trying to get for many years, qualify the club for Europe and move on. But if we're talking about
Yeah.
players, obviously Eze up there for one of your best players last season. Who would you say was your best player last season?
Um, I think I might have to go with Mateta. I I'd say probably Eze like a close second, but I don't know. Mateta was just unbelievable last season and this season as well. To be honest,
Yeah, that goal scoring record last season was absolutely unbelievable. I
I
remember
know.
the the game at Selhurst Park, the Brighton game at Selhurst Park. That goal he scored within the first 5 minutes was just ridiculous. I think that's
I
what
know.
he's so good at. He has a bit of everything. Penalties
Yeah,
most of the time, apart from last night. Little finishes in the box, long range efforts, headers. He is probably one of the best all round strikers in the Premier League. And without him, I don't think you'd have won the two trophies that you have. And I don't think you would have qualified for Europe without him.
yeah. I think that's fair to say that. I agree.
And another player that I want to highlight that again, I hate saying this as a Brighton fan, but a player I think is unbelievable, arguably the best in his position in the league, that is Daniel Munoz. He is everything you want from a fullback, from a wing-back. His
Yeah,
energy, I don't think I've
I
seen him
agree.
ever stop running.
I agree. I agree. He was unbelievable in the FA Cup final as well. He was so good.
Yeah, he got the assist, didn't he, for the
Yeah, I think he did.
it was a perfectly executed counter-attack. And Glasner, would you say he's your best ever manager?
Oh, that's a hard one. I definitely up there. I don't know. I don't know actually. I think he's definitely up there, and I think it's like not ridiculous to say that he is.
I agree. I mean, from recent history and what I've watched since 20 something, 2014, 2015,
Yeah, yeah,
I have to say he is. And I just like his style of football, that counter attacking, that doesn't just sit back and also attack. He's got a bit of everything. The way he works with the players, talks with the players. And I think
yeah, yeah,
with the Gahey situation in the summer, many other managers probably would have lost the player in terms of maybe not transferring, but I don't think Gahey would have been very happy with a lot of other managers doing that. So he has a good connection with the players. And that comes back to the whole idea of the team that, again, pains me to say it. My dad also says the same thing. I always asked him every week, who's the best team? And he goes, Palace. Unfortunately, Palace.
I agree.
And we'll go on to... I'll talk a little bit about Brighton last season, because I think it was very much the opposite to Palace in terms of how we felt last season. Obviously, we finished in 8th place, which every other season is enough to get you European football. But obviously, Palace winning the FA Cup meant that we didn't get the Conference League spot, which rubs even more salt into the wounds. But I think we had an up and down turbulent season. We had a run of 7 games where we went unbeaten after we lost 7-0 to Nottingham Forest. Obviously, it was Hurst's last season. We started well, dropped off in the middle. He's had a lot of criticism on social media from Brighton fans. A lot of people aren't too keen on him and want him out the door. And I can kind of see it. This season has been a bit up and down. We've beat Man City, we've beat Chelsea, we've drawn with Tottenham, we've beat Leeds, but we've drawn to Fulham, lost to Everton, drawn with Wolves, lost to Bournemouth. We kind of been beating the teams we shouldn't beat, but losing to the teams we absolutely should be beating, especially that Wolves away game. Drawing to Wolves is a disaster at this moment. How bad they've been.
Yeah.
And we lost a lot of players. Well, not a lot of players. Over the years, we've lost a lot of players. Casado, McAllister. In the summer, we lost Purvis Estupinian. João Pedro, we lost in the summer as well. Didn't really replace in terms of a ready replacement. We brought in the 2 Greeks, Zimas and Kostelas. Also, Tommy Watson come in. Matoma's been underperforming and injured this season, so I think that's been a reason we kind of not had the best start. But on the selling players, I think Palace did really, really well to keep hold of 99% of the squad, apart from Eze. And the Gahey situation on deadline day was a very, very good deal in the end. Brighton played a big part in you keeping Gahey, I have to say. Igor was meant to go to Crystal Palace to be that Gahey replacement, but he ended up going to West Ham, so you can thank us, But, I just think last season, Brighton were very hit and miss, and Palace... A lot of teams were hit and miss, I think, and Palace capitalised. Finishing 12th again, but I don't think you really care about that.
Yeah, no, I don't. Yeah, I feel like a lot of teams were like weird last season. Like it was just a bit of a weird like finish for all of the teams, I'd say.
Yeah, it was. I think it was. If any team that's not a Big Six team were gonna win a trophy last season, it was gonna. Well, win a trophy any season, it was gonna be last season. Newcastle done it with the Carabao Cup. You done it as well. And it was very, very close to a Brighton Palace semi-final or final. We lost on penalties to Nottingham Forest, and then you got Nottingham Forest in the semi.
I know. I was hoping there would be Brighton Palace in the FA Cup.
No, I don't think 90% of either fan bases could have handled that.
Yeah, honestly.
It would have been the most stressful thing ever. Imagine if it was the final as well. Imagine.
Oh my god, yeah.
Your rival winning their first ever major trophy against you.
Yeah, that would be really bad or really good. Depends on who you are.
I mean, if we'd played you in the final, I still think you would have won. I mean, I would have been confident going into the game. Well, weirdly confident, but overall, you had the better season, had the better mentality, that getting over the line. And it was a very good season. Yeah. But this season, how do you think your season's going so far? Currently sitting in 9th. Just won your first European game at home. Did have a really, really disappointing loss against, I can't remember the team's name, CUPS? I think it was something like that.
Something like that, I can't remember.
So yeah, how do you think your season's going so far?
I think it's going good. It feels weird. It feels like we've like won more and we're still in 9th. But like, I think it is going well. It's not going like massively better than normal, but I think obviously that's expected with like playing Conference League as well, because it's harder to maintain 2 things at once. But yeah, I do think it is going well. I think Mateta is still staying like very good. I think he hasn't fallen off yet. But yeah, I do think it's going well.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I mean, you can't complain about being 9th in the table.
Yeah.
I think being 9th with having Conference League games, even more with the European games now, the expanded league table. Like last season's 8 league phase games, which is quite a lot. Plus the
Yeah.
FA Cup coming in January, plus the Carabao Cup. You're in the quarter-final against
Yeah.
Arsenal. And that schedule
Right.
coming up, which we'll cover it in a minute, is absolutely brutal.
I
But
know, it's a lot.
you've done well to keep your players fit so far. Adam
Yeah.
Walton has probably been the only key one that's missed a few games with the injuries.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a shame.
And I think Daichi Kamada has come on a lot at the end of last season and this season, and he's impressed me
Yeah.
a lot. I mean,
I
I think he
agree.
has, yeah, as well. Talk to me a little bit about him. When he first come in, I don't think he was that popular amongst Palace fans and was really poor, and he's kind of grown into the club and been very, very good.
Yeah, I think he's definitely improved from the start. He's just, I feel like the more he's been there, the more he's got better at what his role.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, we'll talk about that horrible schedule that's coming up. You've got, I think it was something like 13 games in 7 weeks, 6 weeks or
Oh,
something that I was looking at. And
not good.
the Arsenal game on the 23rd of December. You've got
Yeah,
Leeds game on the 20th. You've got a Conference League game on the 18th or the 17th. You're trying to get that Leeds game moved to try and have more time between the Carabao Cup game, which I think is
yeah.
really a strange decision because
You think?
even if you have an extra day, I don't see you beating Arsenal.
I, I don't know. It depends. Oh, it really annoyed me how Eze scored and won. The last time we played Arsenal, that was like the worst thing that could happen.
It was kind of inevitable that that was going to happen.
Yeah. No, I thought it was as well. It's very ironic. I hope that doesn't happen again, but probably will.
Yeah,
Just have
I
to
mean,
see.
we played them in the last 16. I went to the Emirates.
Oh no.
He got a lot of abuse, a lot of boos. Didn't play that well to be fair, so it.
Really?
But I think this season for us, he has been very, very good, and I think you can kind of see the little bit of gap that he's left with his creativity. I think Pino's been pretty good coming in, but
Yeah, I
he's not
agree.
Eze.
Yeah, it's hard to fill those shoes, to be honest. But I think he is doing well for the position he's in. But yeah, it's never going to be Eze.
I mean, to be fair, I think Sarah's filled that gap quite well, and especially at the end of the last
Yeah,
season, he was always good for Watford, but since he's come to Palace, I think he's been exceptional, and I'm always worried of playing against him.
no, yeah, I agree. He's been really good. We've
He,
got a few assists as well.
he always seems to score against Aston Villa, which is just really random to suddenly just. I don't know, he scored in
It's quite random.
the cup. He scored in the league, and I think he scored twice in the league. To be fair, and it was just like, well, fair play. He's fast. He's got that technical ability. He's good on the ball. Good at finishing. But you've seen your start of the season. You've seen the schedule that's coming up. You've got quite a light squad, I'd say. You've got a very strong starting 11, but the bench is not what you want to be playing in 4 or 5 different competitions. So, how do you
Yeah.
think you're going to finish this season? Do you think you can win the Conference League or another trophy? Do you think you'll finish 12th again in the league?
I think we're gonna come top 10 in the league. That's my prediction. Because I think normally we do better like towards the end, so I think that will happen again. And do I think we can win the Conference League? I think maybe. I don't think it's impossible. I'm not like 100% sure, but I could see it happening. And what else did you ask? Sorry, you asked
Just
what I did.
your light squad not having yeah, I mean, it's not as light as it was on deadline day. You brought in a couple of players, Uche and I think his name's Cavett, the centre back, the young centre back.
Yeah.
Do you think that will be an issue for you in the second half of the season with this big December, January schedule coming out? You get a couple of injuries, key injuries. Could that play a big factor in?
I mean, injuries always can play a big factor, I think, in how the team works. But I think, I don't know, I think Glasnow's got it under control. I think that like they can like adapt well to it. I think he's good at like adapting to situations. So I think he'll be fine. I also think we could win Carabao. If we beat Arsenal, I have good faith that we could.
Yeah, I mean, I think the injuries, as Brighton experienced the same thing in the Europa League we were flying. We did very, very well. We beat Marseille. We beat Ajax twice. Then we got a couple of injuries. Lost 4-0 to Roma. Lost 4-0 to Luton. Had a run of about 9 games where we didn't win. A couple of injuries come in. We had Matoma. We had a few midfielders. And it can really derail your season. And especially with how light your squad is. I don't think it'll be a disaster. But I don't think you'll... Personally, I don't think you'll finish top 10 just because I see how much the fatigue affects, especially teams in their first season in Europe. I mean, it's easy to say you finish 12th again, and I think I did predict you to finish 12th.
Okay, fair enough.
The Conference League, I definitely think you can win it. And to be honest, I was kind of hoping that the UEFA let you stay in the Europa League because there was no chance of you winning that. But the Conference League, I think you can definitely win it. We'll see how these next couple of fixtures go. Strasbourg's coming up. They've got a former Brighton player as the manager in Liam Rossignol. They've got a couple of former Brighton players, Valentin Barco, Julio Enciso. So that'll be an interesting watch, see how they react there. But the Carabao Cup, I agree that you can win it if you beat Arsenal. But the big thing there is beating Arsenal.
Yeah.
They made 10 changes against us, and we probably should have been about 2 or 3 up in the first half. But they were still unbelievable. And I said to Annabelle, Arsenal were the best team I've ever watched in the Premier League.
That is fair. They are doing so well at the moment.
They've had a run of 8 games keeping a clean sheet. So it's possible to beat them. They lost to Liverpool, obviously, and Liverpool have been very hot and cold this season. But
I don't know what's going on with that.
It'll be a big, big challenge, especially at the Emirates. I mean,
we'll
definitely see. But if you beat them, then I agree that you can win it. But it's just, if anyone gets past Arsenal, then they're going to win it. They would be the favourites, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But we'll quickly cover Brighton a bit more this season in terms of expectations. Obviously, I've said we've been winning games we shouldn't be winning. 3-1 against Chelsea away, 2-1 against City at home, 2-2 with Spurs after being 2-0 up. A good result overall. We kind of bottled that one. And then drawing to Wolves, losing to Bournemouth. As good as Bournemouth have been, we should, if we want to finish in European places, be at least getting a point away at Bournemouth. Beating Newcastle, even though they've been pretty good this season. We are 10th. I think we've probably had a relatively similar start to the season when you look at it overall. We had a poor start, we've got a bit better. You had a good start and you kind of dropped off a little bit. But I predict us to finish 5th, which is a crazy prediction. My thinking was we haven't got European football. 9 teams in the Prem have got European football. The fatigue will come into it. I think we will have a good end to the season. Do I think we'll still finish 5th? Probably not. That was a bit of a bold prediction, but it looks great if we do. I think we will finish in the top 8 just because of that European. So many teams having European football.
Yeah, fair.
But yeah, I mean, we could win. I think we are so desperate to win a cup. Obviously, we've been knocked out of the Carabao, but we will be so desperate to win the FA Cup. And with it being later in the year, it's again with the Europe, it's a possibility for us to do it. But yeah, we shall see. I'm content with our start to the season so far. The younger players have started getting a bit more game time. Babis Kosolas scored his first goal against Manchester United in the 4-2 loss. He's only just turned 18. Looks good. Diego Gomez has started finding his feet a little bit more. Scored a brace against Leeds. Leeds were absolutely disastrous, but they're always bad at the Amex. Stefanos Zimas has started playing a little bit more. Tommy Watson as well. Baleba started finding his form a bit. Weafer's statistically one of the best right backs in the league, which is crazy to say when he's traditionally a CDM. But yeah, I think we'll do a pretty good finish to the season. I think we'll qualify for Europe. Once Matoma's back from injury, I think that'll be big. Joel Veltman is back at the weekend. He loves playing against Palace. He always likes winding Zaha up, winding all the Palace players up. But yeah, on Sunday's game, that's why everyone is here, for us to talk about Sunday's game. Give me your thoughts ahead of the game. Do you think you win? Give me your prediction. Give me your key players and anything you think is going to happen. I think key context, last season, Palace did the double over Brighton. A 3-1 away win and a 2-1 home win. The home game was brilliant. There was 3 red cards. It was just drama. Yeah. Talk to me about the game.
I do think Palace are going to win. unbiased. I think it'll be like maybe 2-1 or 3-1. I think Brighton will score, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like Mateta is gonna. I don't know. I just feel like he's gonna go on a storm. I think who else? I think Munoz will like do something. I don't know what will do something. I think Sarr will score, and who I don't know who will score from Brighton. Maybe Welbeck. Is he playing on Sunday?
Yeah, he's fit. He didn't get an England call up, so
Yeah, it's annoying. I do like him, to be fair. I think he'll score for Brighton, and then yeah, I'd say maybe Mateta gets 1 or 2, and then Sarr gets 1. That's what I think. What about you?
I mean, the way the games usually go is whoever's playing worse usually wins. That's kind of how it was. We had our
Yeah.
seasons with De Zerbi, our end of the seasons with Potter, where we were playing really, really well, and you still managed to beat us or get a draw. I kind of think that's going to happen this time. You're playing better than us at the moment, I think. So I think
So, yeah.
we're biased. I'm obviously biased, but I think we'll win the game just going off of that. Usually, whoever plays
Okay.
worse wins the game, just because that's how it's been the last few years.
Okay.
We
Maybe.
kept our first clean sheet since May last weekend, so I'm pretty confident that you will score. But I'm
Yeah.
I say quietly. I'm gonna not be quietly now, but I'm relatively confident. The only thing that worries me is the way we've been this season. We'll produce our best performance of the season, then our worst. Best performance of the season against Newcastle, beat them 2-1. Then the next week, the worst performance of the season against Man United, lost 4-2. Against Leeds, one of the best performances of the season, won 3-0. So the way it's going, slightly scared that we're going to put in an absolute rotter. A lot of Brighton fans I've been talking to are very, very worried. A 4-0 Palace I've seen thrown about by Brighton fans. But
Fair. They should be worried.
I think after last season's double, we're going to be right up for it. Hurst has been drilling it into them like, you need to win this game just because. So yeah, it will be an interesting game. I don't see there being 3 red cards again,
Yeah, maybe.
but
You never know.
I see a 3-2.
To Brighton.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe.
I'd be
We'll see.
very surprised if we kept a clean sheet.
Yeah.
I definitely see Sarr scoring.
Yeah, me too.
I can see Lacroix carrying on his good form and scoring from another set piece.
Yeah, that could happen.
For us, you have to say Danny Welbeck, as you've said.
Yeah.
Yanky Verminte has been good this season. Final product was very good against Leeds, so I can see him doing very, very well. Gomez scored 2 last week, so he'll be on a high. I can see him scoring, and maybe one of our subs. I mean, I'd love it if one of the
Yeah.
Greeks scored, but yeah, we shall see. Palace, Sarr, Lacroix, Mateta, any of them could score, but yeah, I'm confident we'll go a 3-2. We'll quickly touch on Danny Welbeck as well, as that's news at the moment. Didn't get an England call up. I'm very glad about that, to be honest. I mean, I feel bad for him because he deserves it, but selfishly, I don't think Welbeck can play Premier League, Carabao Cup, FA Cup, International, Premier League, FA Cup, International, Premier League, potentially more FA Cup than World Cup. He hasn't. He's at the age now where he needs these rests in between every couple of months. And if Tuchel wants him for the World Cup, he has to only take him to the World Cup. And I think he will do that. So selfishly, I'm quite happy that he hasn't gone. But as you probably wanted him to go.
Yeah, I did, but I understand your reasoning for not. But I don't know. I really like him as a player. I think he's always been really good, especially for England.
Does deserve it. Statistically at Brighton, he's been fantastic. This might surprise you. This might not. He's our all-time top Premier League goal scorer.
Oh, that kind of does surprise me. I don't know why, but
he's only scored 10 plus goals in one Premier League season ever, and that was with us last season.
Oh, wow. Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, the stats for us have been brilliant. It's the fittest he's ever been, the sharpest he's ever been. I mean, touch wood, he hasn't had an injury for quite a while, or a long-term injury for quite a while, but touch wood. Yeah, statistically, he's our best ever goal scorer in the Premier League.
Yeah, fair enough. He is great.
He deserves it. But I think that is everything for today. Anything else you want to add onto Welbeck or the game or anything that I've missed?
I don't think you've missed everything. You said everything very well.
Perfect. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope the game is a good game and you enjoy the game as well. And yeah, we will probably come back maybe after the game, depends how good the game is, to do a little bit of a reaction to it. Grace might be here. We shall see. If you want to come back on, please jump back on and we can
I'm down.
talk about it. We've got a week off uni next week, so we should have a bit of time. I'll be bringing more content out. We've got a university trip to Burgess Hill against Cray Valley Paper Mills on Tuesday, so I'm pretty sure I'll be vlogging that to get another vlog out because they do really, really well. 100 subscribers now, first video after 100 subscribers, so thank you very, very much. And yeah, I shall see you next week. We shall see you next week, most likely. Enjoy the game. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe. Thanks for coming on, Grace, once again.
Thank you for having me.
You're very welcome. You know the outro by now. Well, Grace might not know the outro, but everyone else knows the outro by now. Do it with me. Adios.